a veteran player versus the first couple years in the NBA.
Well, I saw it from the bench, quite frankly, as a veteran, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute. Now, hold on now. I know that's not altogether true.
I think the game just slows down. You start to understand that there is a tempo and a rhythm, not only to any given quarter, but any given game and any given season. So it's really, Kevin, about the idea of it slowing down. And I did sit on the bench towards the end, Kevin. That is true.
A little bit.
14's still a good number.
But it turned out well for you.
Well, I get to sit next to you.
Well, it's a lot of fun. You're right. It's a lot of fun. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3 spot. Shot clock at 2. From 17 feet out. Rebounded by McGee. Green deciding where to go with it. LeBron outside. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up. And, of course, his staff focused on its game plan against LeBron James. He can score, he can pass. He's an entire offense into himself. They know it will take a complete team effort to come out on top. We'll see how they do, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Here's LeBron following the 3 by Miami that went in. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And the bright lights of L.A. perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
We watch LeBron and we marvel at him, but how hard that LeBron James works at his craft and continues to push the bar for himself physically is one of the things that you have to appreciate the most.
And he sinks the second. Here's Nunn. His last outing, he had 18 points. Outside Butler. Here's Nunn, covered by LeBron. And it's Butler missing.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
Caldwell Pope passes to Davis. Kicks it out to LeBron. That one misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Butler, no good.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
2 points. That one goes. James has got 5 now.
Yeah, hard to stop LeBron from getting in that deep. So the size, the speed, the power, the position. 2 more.
Here's Nunn. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Caldwell Pope dishes to McGee. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. James outside. A floater, and he lays it up and in. LeBron's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Butler deciding where to go with it. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Well, he's just really struggling right now, and with everything he's throwing up, nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
The Lakers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. Brent, at this point, perennial contenders sometimes coast to the final games of the regular season. Any danger that they can't hit that right button or flip the switch and get back into gear?
When you hear analysts say that the playoffs are all about matchups, they are exactly right. You and I talked about this, Kevin, several years ago about the time going into the playoffs. Teams don't have to be hot. You don't have to be 10-2 in the last 12 games for your playoffs, because all of a sudden, if you're matched up against a team that's owned you all year long, your chances of winning that series are very, very slim. So it becomes just let's get in and let's find out who we're playing, and then we'll get to work.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Miami. Here's Davis. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
That's just such good touch. I mean, with that length, Kevin, once he turns, he's got a shooting window that feels wide open.
Butler passes to Nunn. Back to Butler. Over Davis. And it's Butler missing.
Yeah, this has been a night where you could look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
Pass to Nunn. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now here's LeBron. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously put on a passing clinic.
Now here is Robinson after LeBron James's miss. Robinson passes to Nunn. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays on the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Now here's James. He's got 7. And he lobs it up toward the rim. It's stolen by Adebayo. Knocked away. Jones. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Nunn passes to Butler. Pass to Adebayo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a nightly basis, Kevin, that feels like he plays bigger. Just a pogo stick, gets around, covers some ground laterally, and does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong.
The first free throw is good. And with Adebayo and finishing plays, Brent, he is a terrific dunker.
No doubt. Guys are looking for him all over the rim, and you could throw it just about anywhere, and Bam is going to go up and just look for that. Bam right on you. Great energy, great athleticism, and continues to find ways in which he can make solid offensive contributions for the Heat.
Now LeBron. He's got 7. That's tipped. And now here comes Robinson leading the break. Now here's Green. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
Just can't say enough about what LeBron James can do on the floor. That time with the handle, terrific at moving the defense around.
Nunn passes to Butler. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by LeBron.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Back to Green. McGee trying to break free. And there's Green on the assist by James. Now it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead. Outside Butler. Over Caldwell Pope. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I love when guys still use fundamentals to box out and rebound. He cleared his man out effectively on the box and then stepped towards the ball to grab it.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. Lakers leading by 5. Loads it up for Davis. It's stolen by Jones. Butler in the corner. And there's the pass to Robinson. Here's Nunn. Here's the floater. And Davis pulls it down. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Lakers. Now the feed to Davis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Davis has got 6.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
You take a look at Anthony Davis and his frame and think about his rookie year coming in so thin and moved around a lot by bigger, stronger players in the post. No longer the case, as he's put on a ton of muscle to that frame and continues to grow in the strength area along with his confidence. That's helped him out a lot.
Crowder is checked in for Jones. Howard's checked in for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. The Heat trail by 7. And after just one season at Kentucky, the slight build of Davis was a concern in the NBA. And question was, would his body hold up?
Well, he's answering the question to some degree, Kevin, knowing that it wasn't a one-year process to get stronger and to put on that kind of weight. That just comes with physical maturity. Anthony Davis doing a better job of avoiding places where he might get injured, expanding his game to the perimeter, and hopefully some of those things pay off for his longevity for his career.
Now here's LeBron. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. Shot clock at 3, and the wide open shot from Green. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Nunn passes to Crowder. Here's Nunn. He's guarded by Howard. Outside for Robinson. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. You'd better keep your hands up if you've been playing with these guys over the past month, because if you're open, they'll find you. LeBron James third.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Got a piece of it. Kuzma passes to Green. Robinson against LeBron. Outside, Davis. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Nunn. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass, and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
On the wing, Green. There's 1:40 left in the first quarter of the game. Another shot. Howard trying to free himself up. Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Just another example of what makes Anthony Davis such a great rebounder. Size and athleticism, but you combine that with his anticipation, and he gets a lot of secondary opportunity.
Here's Nunn. The kick outside to Butler. He gets it in there.
And I'm glad he made that one because it was starting to get embarrassing.
1:05 left here in the first quarter. James outside. Out to Kuzma. 5 to shoot. Pass to Davis. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Green, no luck. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Robinson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Passes it to LeBron. Pass to Davis. Over Robinson. And they double up Davis. Outside, Green. Launches it. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. So both teams changing it up here. Outside, Dragic. He got it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be back with you shortly. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
The Heat trail by 7. Jake Crowder out there with Iguodala. Then there's Dragic. Then it's Olynyk. And it's Hero in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Dwight Howard. Brent, offensive versatility all the rage now. Which guards do you think do the best job of generating offense with their back to the basket?
I don't know so much as these guys are playing with their back to the basket, Kevin, so much as they're finding ways to get the ball without a dribble at about 15 feet away from the basket. So one dribble, they're at the rim.
Right.
They're very effective at the mid-range. Chris Paul and DeMar DeRozan have had tremendous efficiency from those areas on the floor. So those are the kind of players that put some pressure on your defense because they're starting their offense so close to the basket, and they're effective with which they do it. Not on the post, not on the perimeter, and they're finding ways to be impactful.
And so he hits both.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Waiters outside. The pass to Howard. On the wing, James. He's covered by Iguodala. That one goes. Count it. 10 points for Davis.
Well, how about LeBron reading the defense, waiting and being patient there until the gap opened up to deliver.
Hero passes to Iguodala. Dragic against LeBron. Pass to Olynyk. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Just 5 to shoot. for the three. The Lakers with the rebound.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Crowder, the pass to Iguodala. And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Iguodala still very comfortable, even at the advanced ages, out in transition.
James outside. Passes it to Howard. Waiters with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. James outside. From deep three-point range. Knocked loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
And let's take a look now. Anthony Davis's numbers. In the second half of this season, he's been nothing short of spectacular. 5th in blocks, 9th in rebounding, and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And yeah, he's been a brutal shot blocker all season long. As you said, top 5 in the league. He's a dangerous force to face inside. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's James, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Goran Dragic.
I don't think anybody guards LeBron without fouling him. It's a matter of him convincing the referees it's enough contact.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for LeBron. The Heat trail by 7. And here's Dragic. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Over James. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, Dwight Howard still makes you think about your shot attempts, easily leaping up to throw that one away.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Now, here's Dragic. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte. Over LeBron. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. Now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now here's Dragic. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Hey, yo, right here. 6 on the shot clock. In the corner, Crowder with it. Olynyk trying to break loose. That shot off. And the Lakers will go the other way with it.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Waiters passes to James. Back to Waiters. Here's the three. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got 4 assists now tonight. Well, Dion Waiters, the epitome of a player that can shoot you in or out of a game. Very hit or miss night to night.
Yeah, the thing about Dion is he's got a very short memory, Kevin, so he'll continue to fire it up there and try to make an impact in the game offensively. You're either on Waiters Island where it's full of life on nights where he's hitting it, or it's completely deserted and there's no point in going.
Leonard, he's checked in for Miami. Smith checked in for the Lakers. Back to James. Waiters outside. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Look at the Lakers. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all.
And for the Lakers, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
Now they've got a new set of goals, and those are all about success in the playoffs. That's where men are made. They've got to have their sights very high at this point when it comes to the postseason.
Here's Los Angeles now. They're on an 11-2 run. Miami grabs the miss.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Lakers leading by 14. Here's LeBron, and the dunk by LeBron.
Yeah, I'm not going to give LeBron any more space, but certainly like to see him dunk. How about that throwdown?
And the Heat call time here. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league has gone now.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah,
yes.
Freedom of movement,
yes.
Fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
And now let's highlight the deadliest deep threats to come into the NBA this season on our rookie leaderboard. You take a look at Hero. 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
And I think there's a little rivalry among that group of rookie bombers. I know he'd love to see his name all the way at the top of the list.
Here's Dragic, and Davis sends it back.
Love that D from Davis. Rises up and swats that shot away.
James dishes to Waiters. Back to LeBron. And the dunk by LeBron.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Miami Heat. They trail by 18. Over James. No good from Dragic.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Pass to Davis. Back to James. No good. Shot missing. Miami's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And as most of us expected, Andre Iguodala continues to be a huge factor for anybody that he plays for. With his athleticism waning just a little bit, it's his experience and know-how that impacts the game the most. Just being in the right spot at the right time, taking the right calculated gamble. Andre Iguodala still impacting games at his age.
The first one falls. And for Iguodala, Brent, staying strong late in his career, he claims that taking up golf has helped him.
You know how many NBA coaches have tried to get away with that very same thing, Kevin? Almost all of them. But according to what Andre says, is the more that he goes out and plays golf and challenges himself as he's playing the course and staying with it mentally, he feels like the more that's helping him on the court. And as he gets to this advanced age where athleticism is going away, it's more about the mindset and the mind game. So tee it up. Maybe that's helping Andre in ways that we don't know about. He's still effective.
Here's Dragic following the bucket by the Lakers. The dish to Olynyk. And again, it's the Heat missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Here's Hero. Dion Waiters making his last shot. That one falls. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 19-5 run here. Now the pass to Howard. Right side, Davis. At the elbow, it's James. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Dragic. The finish. And the jam with Iguodala.
How about a few tricks still left up the Andre Iguodala sleeve? Incredible at taking his time that time, but still getting to the rim.
Now here's Waiters. He's got 7. It's rebounded by Leonard. Pass to Hero. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Hero's got 6 in the quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Waiters passes to Davis. Kicks to LeBron. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Butler comes in for Andre Iguodala.
One shot.
Free throw, no good for LeBron. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James whose $35 million contract might be worth $100.
I always thought about Jordan, too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
On the free throw, no good.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, LeBron showing all the ways that he can dominate a game here on another level in this one.
So it's Miami now after the basket by Los Angeles. Dragic gets the bucket. Dragic has got his first basket. Lakers leading by 13. On the wing, James. And they double up James. Howard kicks to Waiters. James against Dragic. 6 to shoot. Back to Waiters. All alone. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Miami the other way. Passes it to Dragic. Pass to Butler. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. LeBron's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And even 3-on-3 break. Smith with a wide open look. Miami grabs the miss.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Davis gets a wide open look, gets a very good look and converts. Davis has got 16 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Dragic dishes to Butler. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first half. Great open look there. He's got 8.
Yeah, you can't give Butler any room off that screen. Once he has that, you know he's going to let it fly.
LeBron passes to Davis. That shot, no good. AT that time from Leonard. The Heat trail by 13. Dragic taking his time here. Butler against Smith. And Davis sends it back.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
Now here is Smith. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Davis kicks to LeBron. Back to Davis. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, we've played this record before as AD is getting on a roll here and carrying his team on the offensive end.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Dragic the pass to Hero. And Davis sends it back. And it's Waiters at the elbow. Finished off the break. Waiters got 9 points in the quarter.
Got to keep track of Waiters here, especially when he starts to leak out like that and wants to attack you early in transition.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Los Angeles on top, leading by 17. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 21 points, 6 assists, and 8 rebounds. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
There's been one thing that's made a difference in this game above all else. Their control of the backboard. They put forth an amazing effort on the glass, and the rebounding numbers aren't even close, Ernie. That'll be something to keep an eye on in the second half. They will be very tough to contain if that continues.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is O-V-A. Over.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. JaVale McGee is out there with Davis, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the small forward.
How about the awareness there for Butler? The D goes to sleep, and Jimmy finds the wide open man.
Here's LeBron. The Heat getting the bucket. And the dunk by James.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Miami with the ball after the basket by the Lakers. Here's Nunn. McGee with the block, and they're able to recover. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Lakers leading by 17. To the inside. And they double up Davis. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. The shot's good from McGee.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Nunn. Outside, Jones. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. And it's in there.
Butler's just so skilled at finding ways to score inside. He utilizes his height and strength well and varies that release point.
Now here's Green. 5 points in the game. James in the post. And the dunk by LeBron.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Derek Jones gets talked about a lot in terms of his dunking prowess and the way that he can get up in the air and maybe make a poster and a memory in the flash of an eye. But beyond the dunks, he's done a good job of really improving his game since coming into the league in 2016.
Davis, the pass to Green. Basket, good. Green's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Here's Nunn. McGee with the block. From 17 feet out. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Hey, Brent, for Derek Jones, he saw the floor a good amount in his first full season with the Miami Heat.
Derek Jones is somebody that the Miami Heat continue to explore, and I guess if you're within that organization in Miami for a number of seasons, they like something about your competitive spirit, and that's where Derek Jones has probably found a home here in Miami.
Here's Nunn. He kicks to Robinson. Over to the wing. Outside Butler. Shot clock at 5. The shot misses off the right iron. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
Great work by the team there to find AD. They make eye contact, and the rest of that is history.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Butler, tipped away. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And here we go, fast break. LeBron's got it for the finish. They grabbed their own miss.
Just excellent recognition by Anthony Davis to sell the shot fake. Gets the defense up in the air.
And the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
And he makes the first.
Well, AD, such a soft-spoken guy. He does a lot of work in the offseason to improve every facet of his game, and then steps in with tremendous confidence every season to show off all the hard work that he's put in.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Kyle Kuzma comes in for JaVale McGee, and it's Alex Caruso in for James. And both free throws good for Davis. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Nunn passes to Butler. Over Caldwell Pope. The second chance effort. And Adebayo with the lay-in. Adebayo's got 8 points.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
It's Caldwell Pope with the drive, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Robinson passes to Nunn. Outside Butler. Now Adebayo. 8 points for him. Tries from 7. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Caruso kicks to Caldwell Pope. Caruso looking for an opening. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Davis. And yes, it's good. Davis has got 20 balls. Here's Nunn. On 5 for 7.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you
that time. Lakers leading by 21. Outside Davis. Ball stolen. And now in transition, here we go. Iguodala.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Caruso. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Kuzma passes to Caruso. Outside Green. Dishes it to Davis. Rebound by Butler. The Heat trail by 19. A 1 near Iguodala as he lets it go. No good with the wing jumper.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And he's able to get it back. Here's Nunn. Throws it up high. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Feeds it to Davis. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 7 rebounds in the game. Now here's Iguodala. 7 points in the game. He dishes it to Butler. Four on the shot clock. That one, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Passes to Caruso. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Lakers now. 17-point game. Kuzma kicks to Caruso. Clock at 6. Left side Davis. Over Adebayo. And the Lakers with another miss. The Heat have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. From past the arc. They get it back. And Adebayo throws it down.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Caruso, the pass to Green. To stop the drought. And it's Miami with the rebound.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on. And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Here's Davis. The shot comes out, and it's Miami the other way. Butler passes to Nunn. Butler with the ball. 12 points for him. Shoots over Kuzma, and Butler gets it to go. Butler's got 6 points in the quarter.
And this is Butler's bread and butter. The mid-range J is on point. You got to D him up better than that.
And the Lakers decide to take their first timeout here.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Goran Dragic is checked in for the Heat. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Smith checked in for Green. To the middle. Out to Smith. Kuzma outside. Goran Dragic is checked in for the Heat. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Smith checked in for Green. To the middle. Out to Smith. Kuzma outside. Pass to Morris. 5 on the clock to end the drought. That's good from Davis on the assist by Morris. And now it's 27 points for Anthony Davis.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Dragic against Davis. Unloads from 13. Rebounded by the Lakers. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Here's Caruso. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Lakers passing it around. And the whistle blow is going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Heat making a change here. Crowder's checked in. LeBron's checked in for the Lakers. .102 left to play here in the third. Kuzma outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Davis. Jay Crowder pulls it in.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Dragic against LeBron. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Got to be careful once LeBron breaks the seal of the free throw line. There's a lot of power and a lot of muscle coming at you. Usually it ends up with free throws.
First one falls for him. A different look for Miami. Olynyk, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And Hero subbed in for Andre Iguodala. And the Lakers also making a change. Waiters is checked in. And both free throws good for LeBron.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Floats it up for Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
And that ability to just rise up for the alley-oop. Butler is an animal of an athlete.
James against Dragic. Now here's James. Not a lot of room. Raiders on the wing. Here's Davis. Misses the shot. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Lakers leading by 11. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for the Heat, Kelly Olynyk is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Dragic. And it's Hero in at the 2. Now here's Dragic. Baseline Jay on the way. LeBron grabs the miss. James has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
So many years and the body still holding up for LeBron James. Wow.
And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Down by 15. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Softly drops in the floater.
Even though you don't see that much from Goran Dragic, when he does use it, it's effective.
LeBron outside. Here's Davis. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Heat shooting 40% from the field. Dragic kicks to Butler. Over Smith. Here's Olynyk. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Now, here is Morris. The dish now to James. Down low. Olynyk with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Butler. Oh, that was something else.
You don't want to forget about the athleticism of Butler. Just a sick slammer of the basketball. You can't allow him to get to that launching pad.
Here's Waiters. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Hero, no good. Lakers leading by 13. To the paint, here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Timeout called, the Heat.
And guys, aggressive in creating his own shots, but thus far they have not been falling. Probably a good time to try and devote some of that energy to getting others involved.
A different look for Miami. Derek Jones comes in for Crowder. Robinson is subbed in for Hero. The Lakers also changing it up. JaVale McGee comes in for Markieff Morris. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Smith. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort. Gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
And it's good for 2. Davis has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
I love the aggressiveness from AD there. Not a lot of hesitation, and good at finding a shot there on the inside.
Waiters against Robinson. The pass to Olynyk. Kicks to Butler. 6 to shoot. Back to Olynyk. Lets it go from deep. And James pulls it down.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the slam dunk by McGee.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Now, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Now, here's Dragic. Pass to Butler. And here is Robinson. To end the run, he lays it in.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
James, the pass to McGee. Passes it to Davis. And they double up Davis. McGee with no one around. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And for that game against the Jazz, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick'em game, depending on how they play.
Puts it up from 15, and no good. Trying to use the glass. Lakers leading by 17. Pass to Waiters. Now here's Davis. He kicks it to James. Tries again. Doesn't go for it. And the Heat going the other way now. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Robinson passes to Jones. Poked loose. Stolen by McGee. Now here's Waiters. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Well, he's a bit of a hokey guard, so he attracts that contact there and then keeps his eyes on the prize.
Now here's Dragic. And Davis sends it back. James looking it over. Can't connect from short range. The Heat trail by 19. Butler passes to Dragic. Dishes it to Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Releases. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Caldwell Pope with it. There's the pass to McGee. Waiters outside. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. That one good for 2. Davis has got 6 here in this quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here is Robinson. Outside Butler. And he lobs it up. And then Jones with the jam.
There's the all-around game of Butler. A nice assist to cash in on that possession.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Trying to get open is Davis. LeBron with the bucket. LeBron's got 10 points here in the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Dragic against Caldwell Pope. Count it. And that's now 9 points for Goran Dragic.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Now here is McGee. He dishes it to James. Offensive rebound. And he uses the glass on the layup. 6 points for JaVale McGee.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Dragic against James. Dragic dishes to Robinson. Kicks it to Butler. Puts one up from 19. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. LeBron's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Pass to Caldwell Pope. When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment in that?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that the players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league. The body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting. Here's Butler after the basket by the Lakers. Passes it to Olynyk. And here is Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Butler's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And it's really easy to appreciate Butler. I mean, especially how he just fends off contact on those difficult attempts.
Now here's Davis. Caldwell Pope kicks to James. Jones against Davis. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that.
Basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a clinic was put on display here today.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight, used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equal to 2 wins.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Anthony Davis.
Just a force on the glass, did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
Now, here is Smith. Tries from 10. Hill pulls it in. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
Of that game plan tonight, used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equal to 2 wins.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Anthony Davis.
Just a force on the glass, did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
Now, here is Smith. Tries from 10. Hill pulls it in. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, before we started the game, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. We were trying to stop a lot of their action, and our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did coming out of that timeout and never looked back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time. Clark, terrific defensive teams tonight, both highly ranked. What will the offenses have to do to get some scoring in this?
Well, a few things. One, you've got to be patient. You've got to be ready and willing.
And tonight's game may be won or lost on that front line, Smitty. What makes for an effective front court tandem, do you think?
I think, first of all, that tandem can switch on pick and rolls. That tandem can shoot the basketball and also make plays somewhat like a guard. But the biggest thing is that they can rebound and able to guard smaller guys. This was making them great.
Interesting. And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's McGee in at the 5 down low. Now here's Davis. McGee trying to break free, and that one's good by Davis.
You see the weight that AD's added to his frame over the years. Now invites contact.
Here's none. James covering. LeBron with the block. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Credit the vision of LeBron. Leave even one guy open, he'll find him.
Not a fast start here for the Heat. It's a 5-point game. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. To the wing right side. Adebayo passes to Nunn. 5 on the clock. Over LeBron. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Caldwell Pope. He can't get that one. Some solid defense from Butler. The Heat have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Green against Robinson. Here's Nunn. His last outing, he had 18 points. The Heat need to get a shot off. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Yeah, 3 for 4 now. I like the pace for them on offense.
Now the Heat with it. Looking for their first basket of the game. Here's Nunn. James covering. Adebayo kicks to Jones. Heat moving the ball around. Butler against Caldwell Pope. Trying to end the drought. And it's Butler missing.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And there's Caldwell Pope. That's good on the assist by James. James has got 3 assists in the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up. They've yet to find success against the Lakers, going 0-2 in the first 2 meetings between the teams. Coach said a lot of the problem is we just get deflated when they go on a big run. We have to know that with LeBron, a run is going to come. We just have to have the mental fortitude to fight through it. But that's a big challenge when LeBron gets himself and his team going. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Look at the Heat, advantage in 1 series.
And right now for Miami, so much has gone right for them this season. They've needed some breaks to go their way, and it feels like they've gotten them all. Now they're poised for success in the playoffs.
This is when the real work starts. They've proven they can hang with any team in the league during the regular season. Pretty soon they'll have to prove it all over again in the postseason.
Now here is Robinson. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte. That's a 2 from Butler. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Caldwell Pope kicks to James.
Yeah, that is